Most students' experiences of referencing is from GCSEs and A-level, which is generally that your tutor's giving you that information. You haven't had to go and research for yourself, you've been given all the information and then you use that to sort of form your own opinions. At university, it's a lot more about you going and researching for yourself and reading around the subject and trying to get more in-depth knowledge. For that reason, at university, it's so much more important that you do reference, so you acknowledge what research you've actually done. You're also acknowledging the author's opinions and views that you've taken and put forward. And it also helps to distinguish between your own unique work that you've sort of either come up with yourself or the argument you're putting forward from that of other authors. How you reference depends on the course you're studying and sometimes the school that you're in. So for example, like with Harvard referencing, you'd have an in-text citation that would have the author's name and the year of publication, and then you'd have the full citation in a bibliography at the end. But because it is so course specific, we'd recommend either having a look in your module handbook, because that should have the information, and if you're unsure about anything, speak to your module leader. Our tips from the Advice Centre would be reference every point that you make that's based on someone else's work, because if you don't acknowledge that it's someone else's view or argument, it can be classed as plagiarism. If you're unsure of how to reference or whether you're referencing properly or whether you're referencing in the right places, have a look at your module handbook and also speak to the course leader, because they're practically experts in it. They'll be able to show you sort of exactly what you need to be doing, how to do it and where to do it. Finally, our other tip would be when you're researching, keep a log of all the research that you undertake. Include like the author's name, the pages, the quotations that you've taken, the publication. Basically get like the full citation so you know exactly where you've got that information from. That'll help you sort of stop a mad panic on the submission day when you're trying to then find out where did I get this information. You'll have that all there. So if you fail to acknowledge the author from either the work you've taken or you fail to acknowledge the book that you've taken information from, it can class as plagiarism because it looks as if you're trying to pass that work off as your own work. So if that's the case, that can lead to academic misconduct. You can be accused of plagiarism because of that. So we'd recommend having a look at our fact sheet so you understand sort of exactly what counts as plagiarism and academic misconduct, but also understand that the worst penalty for academic misconduct is expulsion. So it is really serious if you are accused of it. So either ideally get the information beforehand and reference correctly. If not, and you then are accused of plagiarism or academic misconduct, come and speak to the Advice Centre and we'll be able to help.